Hi there, thanks for tuning in. My name is MamiLena from MamiLena.com. Today is my first vlog, like in my first vlog ever, so it's very exciting. And the topic is quite personal, so that makes it even more exciting. The title of this vlog is 7 Reasons I Want to Be a Stay-at-Home Mom. And well, when I was in my early 20s, I saw myself as an ambitious power chick that of course would find a way to combine a thriving career with a family. Because why should I have to choose? I wanted both. I wanted that fulfilling career in combination with personal growth, and I also wanted to experience motherhood. Besides, I had the same education as my then boyfriend, so why should I be the only one to take a step back career-wise and work less? He could do the same, right? We were in this together, right? Right? Well, fast forward 10 years later, and I am so thrilled that I have the possibility to choose if I want to work or not. And it was truly the easiest choice I ever made. Bye-bye career. And here are the 7 reasons that was so easy for me. So that's one good reason for every day of the week for not working. Got it? Number 1. My career doesn't reflect my identity. And for me this is a very important one. Because I am not who I am because of the work I'm doing. I'm not just MamiLena, the project manager. That was just a role I was playing, like so many other people are playing their roles. The only thing is that a lot of people become that role, and that's when your work becomes an important part of your identity. Let me give an example. During my working years, I've always been fascinated by people who seem to hate their job and drag themselves to work every day. But the moment they got laid off, they became extremely angry, and I thought they would be relieved, but no. They behaved like their life was over, while I naively thought that it would be a welcoming chance for them. But it seems that although they disliked their work, it gave them stability and security and a stable position in society. They knew exactly what was expected from them, and it was like work had become part of their identity, of who they were. So losing their hated job also meant losing part of themselves. Number 2. I didn't really like the work I was doing anymore. I shall be honest. I was pretty disappointed about this whole working thing. Because at university I had so much expectations and I felt ready to rock the world. And I also naively thought that everyone wants what's best for a company or for society. Well, fast forward a couple of years later, I realized that sometimes it's in people's best interest to keep it just the way it is. So when I asked, why are we doing it like this? And the answer was, well, because we do it like this for ages. Change? No way. So I found out that's one of the main reasons things can go really slow in companies, and especially at governmental organizations. So I've been thinking so many times, oh please, just wake me up when you made up your mind, okay? So at 26, I promised myself not to work for a boss anymore and decided to start as a freelance project manager. And although I experienced a lot of freedom in the project I was working on, and I made good money, and I was working with nice people and got great reviews, I always had this nagging feeling of, is this really how life is supposed to be? And oh gosh, do I really have to do this for the next coming 35 years? So besides keeping my bank account juicy, it was not fulfilling. I didn't have the feeling I was making this world a better place. And the only thing that was steadily growing was, yes, here it is again, my bank account. But I got more miserable every year. Number 3. I'm talented enough, so I can always find a way of creating an income. Because you know what? I can always go back to normal work, or I can start a business from home. And if I really want to or really need to, I can always think of something to make money with. For example, I'm really good at preparing sandwiches and making tea. Number 4. Why should I work steadily from 20 until 70 years old? Because some grey-haired guys in suit have decided that's best? Well, good for them, but I like to decide that for myself. Number 5. What do you really need in life? Well, interesting question, and I've been thinking about it for years. But I found out that the answer is quite simple. It's love and health, and all the rest, it is just decoration. That beautiful big house with design kitchen? That fancy car? that interesting sounding job title in your LinkedIn profile, that state-of-the-art stroller, it's all decoration. And of course you need money. Of course I need money. But a quick calculation made me realize that if I keep my costs low, I don't need as much as I used to. Number 6. Freedom of choice is the greatest richness I can think of. And that's also something I would like to pass on to my children. I took good care of myself and I worked towards this phase in my life for several years. Yes, this was all planned and on purpose. I didn't really tell anyone, except my boyfriend, of course. Because I could have stayed in the treadmill of office work, but I already knew it was not fulfilling for me. So I also knew that I wouldn't be a great example for my kids in that way. And who knows what this phase in my life will bring. At least it will bring me loads of quality time with my loved ones. Number 7. I just go with nature. Yes, I know, I went to university. And yes, I know, I'm born and raised in a country that holds the world record for part-time working. Almost half of the Dutch workforce works part-time. And yes, I'm also raised with the idea that girls are as smart as boys and have equal rights as boys. It's all very true. It's just that nature programmed me a little differently than my male counterparts. So instead of going with the flow, I just go with nature. And for me, that means I want to focus on my family for 100% for the coming years. No distractions and unnecessary stress from alarm bells early in the morning, traffic jams, endless meetings, and stressing out to be on time at daycare at the end of the day. Wrapping up. Every person and every situation is different. My message is just that everyone needs to decide for him or herself, including me. In the 50s, it was completely normal that my grandma quit working because she had children. No questions asked. Well, fast forward 60 years later, and I experience a lot of remarks and raised eyebrows, even from people close to me. But my point is just very simple. Just do what you want, and most importantly, really do it. Well, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel so you're not missing out on my next vlogs, and feel free to leave a comment below as well. And below you'll also find the links to my website, MamiLena.com, please check it out, and the links to my Facebook and Instagram pages so you can like them as well. Well, thank you so much and see you next time.